Good morning, everybody. It's time for morning manna. And this morning, I need you to do something for me. I need you to check your heart rate. Check your heart rate. What is your heart rate right now? That's what I want you to do on this morning. Good morning. It's time for morning manna, and it's a beautiful day. Such a beautiful day. I thought I'd just come out into the beautiful day, sit on my deck, and share the manna with you on this morning. What an awesome morning it is. Are you ready for the manna? I'm ready to share it with you. But before I do that, I want to greet some people and just welcome them into the manna. If it's your first, second, or third time joining us, please let us know who you are, and where you are watching from so the Manna fam can welcome you to our morning manna. We meet every weekday morning about this time. And 5 minutes or less, we share a devotion, and we need you to do a couple things. We need you to put the revelation that you get into the chat area so others can get it. Need you to share it, and need you to have a watch party. If you're going to join us on a regular basis, then do a watch party with us on this morning. Good morning. How are you on this morning? Reed, Pamela, how are you? Dawn, how are you? Ella, how are you on this morning? Elder Jan, how are you? Praying for you on this morning. Pastor Richard, how are you? Give me a call after this. Pastor Richard, got a couple of things I want to share with you. Good morning, Lena. How are you on this morning? Brenda, how are you on this morning? Lydia, how are you on this morning? Francine, how are you on this morning? Bev, how are you on this morning? Good to see you on this morning. What a great morning. It's Minister Sent, how are you doing on this morning? Greet a couple of more people. Lena, how are you in my hometown? Of course, I got to just shout out my hometown, Goldsboro, North Carolina. That's God's country. You think this is beautiful? That's God's country. Goldsboro, North Carolina. North Kakalaki. How about that? Good morning, Vicky. How are you on this morning? Good morning. Good morning, Lydia. How are you? Jacqueline, how are you? Brother Nesbitt, how are you? Come off that vacation, man. You need to come back to church. I understand that you are going to be coaching the OG since Brother Sam said he can't. It's going to be a good game. What I'm talking about for those of you who are joining us and don't go to our church, we're going to have OG against the Young Bloods for our Father's Day weekend basketball game. That's going to be great. In addition, it's going to be hilarious too. Good morning, Verena. How are you on this morning? What a wonderful morning it is. This morning, I want you to check your heart rate. Check your heart rate. Go ahead and check your heart rate. What's your heart rate? What is it on this morning? And you already know it's the text, the talk, the takeaway, 5 minutes or less. I want you to look at Proverbs 4:23. First time that you're hearing it with those kind of ears, I want you to see it through the lens of a heart rate. And you already know this text. It says, above all else, guard your heart. Above all else, guard your heart. Okay, so what's happening in this text? The proverbial writer is saying that life itself flows through our heart. This morning, if you don't mind, hear my story here. This morning, when I got up to do my exercise and working out and all of that, I have on my hand this aura ring. This aura ring, it tells me all about my physical fitness, how I slept, what I did, what I dreamed, all of those kinds of things. My heartbeat, my heart rate, all of those kinds of things. And it had a little thing on there, and it showed me that after I went through this little test, that my heart health was 7 years younger than I am. My heart health, in other words, the healthiness of my heart, the beat of my heart, the ability of the physical strenuousness on my heart can take me to the point, or I am at the point of a 58-year-old man. I said, well, that ain't a bad deal. But how did it get there? Three things I want to share with you. You have to feel your heart, and you think I'm talking about physical. Let's go spiritual. You have to feel your heart by the right diet. The right diet. I'm not talking about what you eat. I'm talking about who's in your community. Who are your friends, your family? Who are the people that feed you? Because the wrong community can impact your heart. So you got to feed your heart. You got to fill your heart with the right diet of community, the right diet of energy that is around you, the people that are around you, who you let into your circle. That's the first thing. The second thing is this, I'm talking spiritual, and that is check your heartbeat. Check your heartbeat. How do you check your heartbeat? You check your heartbeat or increase it for the ability to take on more by love. Your heart beat at the rate of love. Your heart beats at the rate of love. How open are you to loving, caring, and being kind? That will increase the capacity of the beat of your heart. Now, we already know this from our physical fitness that the lower your heartbeat that can get out the blood throughout your body without being under a great deal of stress, or the more you work at it, and if it can remain at a certain level, that means you have a healthy heartbeat. That comes from a spiritual walk in terms of how much do I love? How much do I care? How kind am I exercising my heart? The third thing is this. Relieve your heart from the stress. Your heart, spiritual heart, is stress when you don't relieve it with forgiveness. When you hold on to stuff, it impacts your heart, your spiritual heart. It impacts your heart. And therefore, the only way that you can relieve it by forgiving. Relieve it by forgiving. What's your takeaway this morning? Exercise your heart daily. Exercise your heart daily. And watch it do what God needs it to do in your life and in the lives of others. The Lord be with you today. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. Share this, man. If it bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna.